Hi YouTubers, I want to tell you about a really cool movie hack that I do to check out current releases when you can't find them at home when you're scrolling through all of the streaming services that you have. So here we go. You are going to need three things. You are going to need a DVD player, your library card. This is one of my most prized possessions. Is it upside down? It is not. Your library card, and then you're going to need to go online to your local library. Now, what you're going to do is from the comfort of your own home, and this is awesome because we're all in pandemic, and you can check out DVDs from your local library without catching any coronavirus or any germs. So this is what I do all the time. In my life, I try to stay cultured, I try to stay interesting, I try to stay up on current events. So I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, I read a lot of magazines, and of course, as you know, I'm a book lover, so I'm always reading a ton of books. And sometimes in a book or a podcast, it'll refer to a movie. What I do is I write these down on my notes on my phone, and then so I have a laundry list of all these neat movies that I want to check out. Now, I will sometimes go on streaming and then like Amazon Prime, I'll enter the movie in really quickly to see if it's there. If it's there, I can watch it. But you know, 50% of the time, the stupid movie is not there, and it's really frustrating. Kind of crazy. I do miss the days of Blockbuster when a movie would come out, you would actually go to the store and get it, bring it home and watch it. Now we have so many different streaming services that were lost in a myriad of streaming services, and there you've got a billion things to watch and nothing, you can't find anything. So what I've been doing is I just go online, and I'll put the San Diego Public Library website below, and then you guys, 9 times out of 10, I'll enter a movie into the search and boom, it pops up right there. Now, if you don't mind watching it on DVD, that's all you do is you check it out, and you can select what location you want to pick up your movies at. And again, since we're in coronavirus pandemic, I just select the nearest library to my home, and then they actually send me an email letting me know my movies are there, and then I drive and go pick them up at the curb. It is super cool. So check this out. I have Hulu, Showtime, HBO Max, Netflix, Amazon Prime. So I think I just named 5 streaming services. I literally could not find these 2 movies on 5 streaming services. And the 2 movies are Don't Stop Believin', Every Man's Journey. It's a film by Filipino-American filmmaker Ramona Diaz. And then one of her other films is called Imelda. Now, I do like to watch indie films. Both of these are a documentary. I don't think that's an indie film, but you get the point. Not mainstream movies. But I also watch mainstream movies. And so a lot of times, you know, these movies are released and they just shoot on right over to the library. So I was super thrilled because out of 5 streaming services, I could not find these movies, and I just went online and boom, they were right there. And a week later, I picked them up. I'm so excited. And in my video here, you're watching me. Do I really get that excited? Yes, I do. So let's go through these 2 movies together really quickly, and then I'll sign off. This movie is called Don't Stop Believin', Every Man's Journey, and it is the story of Arnel Pineda and how he was an unknown singer. He was with his band, one of his first bands called the Zoo Band in Manila when he was just a kid. He was only in his 20s. Now this, what happened in the documentary happened 12 years ago. Now, Neil Sean from Journey was on YouTube late one night looking for a new lead singer, and he just was scrolling through YouTube and going, and midnight on one of the nights, he found this unknown singer named Arnel Pineda on YouTube, and he sent him a message, and I'm not going to spoiler it, but pretty much you can guess that Arnel became Journey's lead singer. It is a phenomenal rags to riches story that you don't want to miss. And the way that Ramona Diaz links all of the stories and pictures of the past and interviews the people. It is just incredible. And then you will not believe, I think the coolest thing about this movie is that you will not believe how similar Arnel's voice and the deep emotion that it has is similar to Steve Perry's, but in his own way, but so similar that it gives you that Journey feeling. And I absolutely love this movie. A++, check it out. The next movie is by Ramona Diaz. I listened to Alec Baldwin's podcast. If you guys need a new podcast to check out, he's a native New Yorker. I love Alec Baldwin. He's always on the Howard Stern show. And whenever he comes on, he's my favorite guest. So Alec Baldwin has his own podcast, and it's called Here's the Thing. And I was listening to him interview Ramona Diaz, and she was telling us about her films that she made. So the one I just showed you and this one right here called Imelda is about Imelda Marcos, who was married to Ferdinand Marcos, and they were the kind of like the president and first lady of the Philippines in the 80s. And if you're a kid of the 80s, you will remember her. And it's just a neat documentary about her life and how she came to power and how he came to power. And it's just written really well. And it's got all of these old videos and stills of the Philippines in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So you'll want to check that one out too. And that's it. So for my movie hack, for those of you who are sick of streaming because you have a billion things to watch and billion things available to you and nothing to watch, you're going to do 3 things. Get a DVD player. You can buy one inexpensive online on Amazon. And then you need a library card, and then just go on your local library's website, and you are going to start just checking out movies that you've written down on your movie list, and you will be surprised. You guys, seriously, 9 times out of 10, like I'm repeating myself, the movie is there and I get it within a week. So if you don't mind watching it on DVD, it's a really neat way to watch all these cool movies that are out. All right, thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay safe, YouTubers. Bye.